Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Beauty on a Budget. My name is Heather and today is Thursday, June the 6th of 2024. I'm sitting kind of in my hallway. I'm doing some laundry, but as you can see, my laundry room has a yellow tint to it, and I would have these lights on above me, but the light bulbs just burned out as I turned them on. So I'm kind of standing kind of in the hallway just so you can see what I'm going to be cleaning today. I'm going to do a load of white laundry. So I've got my Tommy Hilfiger white sweat hoodie. I wear this a lot, so it needs a good clean. Then I have this coat here I've had for a couple of years. I haven't wore it at all this winter because last time I wore it, one of the buttons fell off. And so the buttons fell off, but you can just see that since the button fell off, I haven't wore it and I haven't washed it. So I'm going to be working really hard to get that clean. The whole front of it also looks like the collar. I don't know why. This jacket, I knew I wasn't wearing it, so it didn't get washed because I was going to sew the button on. And then the button got misplaced because it was in my jewelry box, and then it was put in with the my container of buttons, but I did find it. So I will be putting the button back on, but I'm going to wash it first and then sew the button back on. And okay, this is just my other Puma jacket. I was wearing a lot this week, and wherever the white is just dirty, nor your pockets. And right here, it was raining and my dog, taking her for a walk, she was jumping up at me, so I've got puppy paw prints on my jacket. So this one I'm not putting in with the white stuff. I do have other laundry, but I grabbed it because it's got white on it, and so I'll be scrubbing up the white the same as everywhere else. That's just regular laundry. And then I have all my white jeans. I'm just going to move my camera just a little bit here. Let's do this. I'm just going to put this on. So I've got all my white jeans that need to be washed. So see how many I have. I've got my white, these are Calvin Klein summer shorts. You know, they're white. I haven't worn them since last summer, so they do need a good wash. These are my white, these are Guess jeans. These, again, I did wear these recently, and so the knees kind of are stained. That's usually what happens. That's where I usually get it, is the knees, and then the back pockets, because I put my phone in my back pocket. So that needs to get scrubbed good. These white ones, these are my Tommy ones. See, they look okay. So I don't think I wore these ones since I washed them, but I'm doing a load of white, so I went and grabbed all my white jeans out of my closet, or out of my drawer. These are the Calvin Klein. I guess I must have recently wore these because I can see stains on there. I don't remember what I spilled. Must have been coffee. So those need to be washed. This is a pair of Calvin Klein white pants, and these ones have the little gold or brass zippers on the ankles. These ones I wore just the other day. I did wash them, but you know, put them with the load of whites. Then I got these ones. These are my favorite Guess jeans with the little gold or copper, I guess copper, that'd be the color, copper buttons, and the little copper triangle, and then they've got all the red stitching on the legs. So these ones I have not wore since last year, but they got dirty, so it means I probably didn't wash them properly because there's like mud on there. It does happen, you know, you put them through the wash, you just put them in the closet until you go to wear them. Now these ones I did wear last night, and I did take our dog for a walk, and she did jump at me, so I've got puppy prints, and I spilt my coffee too, so I got a big coffee stain here, which I was scrubbing it out last night when it happened. So there is what I have to wash. So I'm just going to head to the laundry room with the sink, and I'll show you how I scrub these. Right, so I have two products I like. One is this OxiClean Max Force Laundry Pre-Treat Gel Stick. And my other is just the no-name OxiBurst Multi-Purpose Stain Remover. I do have another couple cleaners. I reach it. I can't quite reach them unless I get the step ladder. But I have the Build-A-Bear cleaner, which I actually do find works good for some clothes. And I also have a couple of the powdered Oxy type cleaners, like just the generic brands, which I would put in if I was going to do a pre-soak in my sink. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to use these. This is just, I've got regular laundry mixed in here too. So when I'm doing my laundry, I try to zip up and do have all buttons on all my pants and coats and shirts and everything. So these are the ones I was wearing yesterday. So I'm just going to find the knees. Oops. It would help if I have it set to spray instead of off. I'm going to spray the knees. I saw there was somewhere where I had spilt my coffee. I seen it in the other room, and then I come into the laundry room, and with the lighting in here giving it this different color because of the lamp shade, light shade, whatever we have, it gives this room a more of a yellow tint sometimes. So then the yellow tint, it's hard to see where the stains are. So I'm just going to spray this. I'm just going to check the backs. I'm just going to give these a spray up the back as well. Don't have to, but they're white jeans. And I'm just going to throw these in the washer. I'm just going to do that with every single pair here. Now these are the ones I was kind of scared to wash in here. These ones with the red stitching. But I will say the red has not bled. So that's good. I've bought cheaper clothing where they've got the red on the white, and sometimes the red does things. This one has not, but I'm going to use this gel. There's this funny mark here. The only thing is this laundry room, I don't have a proper laundry sink or counter. I actually do have a laundry sink in my garage. If I really wanted to, I've done that before. If I've had to deep clean or pre-soak anything large, I can always go out to the garage and do it. And I've got a big counter in the garage. Let's see, anywhere else on here? I'm just gonna do that to all these jeans and pants. Don't kick the litter box, it hurts. Okay. These ones I wore the other day, they've been washed, but even though they were washed, they were just sitting there in the drawer, and then they get covered in, pet hair. I don't even know how many pairs of white jeans I own. I'll have to count this because this is more than I thought I had. And I'm not somebody who does a lot of white jeans, but I guess in the last 2 years, my own kids have hit that age where, I guess I can wear white. Now, some of these stains, I don't know if they're going to come out, only because I don't remember last time I wore this pair of Calvin Klein. But that's okay, as long as I know that I'm giving these all a good wash. And sometimes, you'll get stains that you just cannot get out. Oh, I'm just gonna move the litter box. And I don't have a lot of room in the laundry room. There's enough room for a walkway between the machine and the litter box. And I keep tripping over the litter box somehow. See, these ones seem pretty clean. They just got, again, just pet hair. And they all seem to be Guess and Calvin Klein. I think that was when I was looking for clothes. I needed some jeans a few years ago, and I went to thrifting with my girls. And every pair of jeans I found that fit were all happened to be white and Calvin Klein and Guess. And I just found that really funny. And of course the shorts. And I don't care if these go bright white, you know, I'm not somebody who, little stains, if they're a little off white, it's not a big deal to me. Okay, now this, I'll do this one after. My Tommy sweatshirt here. I was wearing this, I wear this almost every day. Doing everything, taking my daughter to school, my husband to work, walking our dog. This is the one I wear all the time right now. Seems to be when I went through my closet and I was getting rid of all my coats. I got rid of everything with hoods, so none of my coats have hoods. So I've been wearing this hoodie. Now I can get to this one. Now this one here, it's a nice Ricky's. My husband actually got me this from, is this one he bought me? No, he did not buy this one from Ricky's, did he? You know what? I don't remember. Did my husband? I know my husband bought me this for me. I know I have 2 jackets from Ricky's that he bought me from Ricky's. And one that was Ricky's that he bought me at Value Village. So this, I don't remember if this one was from, I think the rust color one was from Ricky's. This one was from, even though it's Ricky's, this is the one he bought me from Value Village, under 20 bucks. Yeah. Which is a really good deal. I just wish I had larger counter space to be able to do this. When we move, I will actually get a full actual laundry room. The only thing is the laundry room does not have a sink, so that I would like to add. I think it would be pretty easy to add a sink in that other place. Do up all the buttons and then spray and use the gel on the front and then start the machine. I was going to stitch the button on before it washed, but I just have to find my needles, so I thought I might as well get this washed, and while it's getting washed I can look for the right size of needle that I need to put the button on. It'd be nice to have enough full counter where I can actually lay the clothes out. It'll do laundry a lot easier. Sometimes when I'm doing coats and pants like this, especially my kids, if it was doing like their snowsuits or their winter coats, I would just go into the kitchen and just use the island. So much faster, easier. So I could just lay it right out flat and it's easier to see where it needs to get cleaned. And I'm going to take this belt out just because I know it's going to come out anyways. Sleeves, I do the sleeves the best I can, but the sleeves, they're always getting dirty. They touch everything your arms, your hands touch. So I can never seem to get them perfectly white, which is, I don't mind, just as long as they are whiter than they are now. That's how I feel about most of my clothes. I mean, you wear clothes, you're gonna spill, get stains. Not always going to look perfect all the time. Majority of my clothes I buy, second hand, just because the price of everything. And so I don't mind a little. So I don't mind white being a little bit off in places. I don't need it perfectly white. You wear. Even if I had a pair of brand new white jeans, which I've had many times, you wear them one time and then they kind of get that little bit of a gray, dingy look. And my dog is on the counter getting the cat food. Okay. This in. And now the belt. So for the belt, same thing, I'm just gonna sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I think I'm almost out. So. Put some of this gel on both sides of this belt. Yeah, I think I'm almost out of this. There we go. I'm just going to turn my machine on. I'm out of detergent, just 1 minute. So we buy these really large buckets. Turn it to English. These from Superstore, so it's the no name. Get this one. It's 14.5 kilograms or 150 loads. I think it's somewhere between $13 and $18, depending on how much detergent it is. And then just have a ice cream bucket because we're just one of those people who just don't really care. If you don't see it, it's who sees our laundry soap like this. And then for doing our scoop, I just have one of these cheap ones that's from the dollar store. I think this is the quarter cup. I believe it's the quarter cup. I can't read what it says. I think it says 60 mils or 69 mils. So yeah, it's the quarter cup scoop. That's what we use. We don't use a lot of, fancy detergent. We just use the basic stuff. And I don't always use a full quarter cup, but I'm going to with this load. this is white. So I'm actually going to turn it to my bright white, which I hardly ever use this setting. I just see something. And this happens too, having pets. You get lint and pet hair stuck inside. I saw it, so I'll rip it off now. I'll press start. It's going to do its load sensing, and it was going to tell me how long it thinks it's going to take to wash. Sometimes it takes longer than other times. I'm just going to put this laundry detergent away. Well, while that is still sensing how long it's going to take, I might as well get ready for the next load of laundry I'm going to be washing, and that will be with this coat. It says it's going to take 1 hour and 14 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna. This has got where stuff is on here. So there's my hands getting my phone in and out of my pocket, and then taking my dog for a walk, and she jumped up at me. So I'm just gonna. That's one thing I can't wait for. It's an actual proper laundry room with a full counter and a sink. And I can actually, I've already got it kind of planned out. So that's going to be, the laundry room has not been built. Well, it's there, but it hasn't been, it's got the washer, dryer, and that's it. So I get to design my laundry room with what I need. So that is what I'm working on. Here. I am out of this now. Nothing's coming out. It's one of those ones that as you press down, it's got a plunger thing inside that comes up. I think this is now fully empty. So next time I'm at Superstore, I'll have to buy some more. To remind me to pick up some more, and then I'm just going to spray this jacket. And now this jacket just gets to sit here and just gets to soak or so I will be back in about an hour when the stuff from here is done and I'm ready to start the second load. Okay, so my washer just stopped a couple minutes ago, so I'm just going to get everything out. And I said these are like good stitches that they don't seem to, the color doesn't run, which I was always worried. Which might be why I didn't really wash these. I think I mostly just hand washed these when I first got them. I was so worried about the red stitching bleeding on white clothing. So those are done. These ones. Just trying to see where the stains and stuff were, like the knees, and they all look really good. 3, counting how many pairs of jeans I have. 4, and these are the ones that still have a bit of, a little bit dingy looking. Now, like I said, it's hard to tell on white jeans in this lighting, and they're still wet, so it's kind of hard to tell, but from what I can see, I've got most of the stains out of them. And I always find this interesting too in the washing. I zip it all up and then somehow zippers come undone. So I'm going to zip this hoodie back up. Here's this. I can see how clean this belt is on this white jacket. So I can't wait to see just pulling out the jacket out of the washer. And the collar is so white. The whole jacket, it looks so much better than it did. I guess I'll start wearing this jacket this week. I know it's we're into June, but we've had rainy weather here. So this will be a nice jacket to start to wear. I just gotta recount because I think I was at 5 pairs of white jeans. I'm just gonna recount because I forget. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pairs of white jeans. Okay, and then a pair of white shorts, and then my hoodie and my jacket. Put those in there. And my dryer balls. Let's see what fragrance do I have. I think I'm just going to do lavender. So this is just, I buy these at the dollar store. And then just kind of sprinkle a little bit of the oils on my dryer balls, and I'm just going to throw them all in. Close this. I can't see the number of times I have forgot to put the lids on and spill them. I'll double check the lint trap is clean. I do this before and after every load, just because sometimes I have forgotten to clean out the lint trap after a load of laundry, or somebody else is doing laundry and they forget. And then I always do that. Oh, look at that. Another button came loose off of that jacket. So now I'm going to take this jacket out and I'm just going to count the buttons and just try to figure out where this one came from. 2. Oops, yeah. Up here, the top button did come off. So it now means I now have 2 buttons to stitch back on. So I'm just going to put this in my dryer, and I'm putting this on, let's see how far load. I guess I'll put it on a normal normal dry. Okay, so it says it's got about 41 minutes. I'm just going to stop that for a second. That's very loud. And I've just got another load of just regular laundry to get done. Clothes. Just a very small load. And jacket here, that was, and I can just say, just having it sitting there where the stains were, the stains are kind of already just coming off before it's even washed. I did kind of rinse it out a little bit as well. Now I do have these dryer sheets. I don't use dryer sheets, but I have these ones here from the dollar store, and they are the pet hair and lint guard. And I would love to put one in with my white jeans and stuff, but I realized I've got none left, so somebody used the last one and didn't tell me. I think these were $3 or $3.50 at Dollarama, and you get 20 sheets. So I gotta buy more of those as well. So I guess I won't be putting any dryer sheets in my white, even though I'd love to, only to help with the pet hair. So with this is just a small load. I'm just gonna put this on a speed wash. Just gonna turn the temperature just down to warm because it's not a white and not a dark. It's a medium color range. Put that on a medium wash, and 15 minutes for the washer and 41 minutes for the dryer. So I'll be back in about 40 or so minutes when the dryer is done. Right, so my dryer just stops. I'm going to pull out all my white items. So this is the belt. It is really white. I've not seen it this white for a long time. Oops, sorry kitty. Dryer balls landing on the cat. Here's all my white jeans that all look really good. And when I'm doing laundry, as I'm bringing stuff out of the dryer, I immediately fold it. And I'll give it a shake and fold it into the laundry basket. That way, if I don't get to putting these away right away, they will be wrinkle free and they're in the laundry basket clean and ready to wear. And because these are all like white jeans, they're all from the one drawer, so it's going to be fairly easy to put these away. There's my coat. Looks so much better than it did. I'm just going to leave my coat out because I got to stitch those 2 buttons on next. I do have some pet hair lint on these, which you'll note more noticeable on a white clothing than anything else, which is why I wish I had that pack of those dryer sheets for the pet hair ones. I ran out. And there's my white hoodie. It's all nice. Checking because sometimes dryer balls always seem to get caught in the sleeves of my hoodies and in the legs of some of my pants. So I always double check. Make sure I have all the dryer balls. Six, 7, they're all here. I have a small little load of clothing, but here is this one. And the white is now white. The sleeves, again, the cuff is a little bit dirty. I don't think I can get that any cleaner unless I really scrubbed. Well, this one's cleaner, but I think it's because I ran out of the Oxy gel cleaner, so I'll have to get some more of that. And so next time I wash this jacket, I will work a little bit more on this one cuff, but the other cuff is really clean. All the white on there is really clean. This is just regular laundry. I always check my dryer lint trap. And I'm always amazed of how much lint I get in some of my loads. And a couple months back in the fall, my husband actually saw a person online where they take, what did he use? He used his leaf blower or snow blower, hooked it to the dryer vent inside and blew everything outside, and then had the blower on the outside and blew everything in. My husband did that and there was nothing in the line. So we're still trying to figure out why we get so much dust buildup. I'm thinking a lot of it is just pet hair. Okay, so this load is done. So I'm just going to get ready to sew the buttons on. So I'll be back when I'm sewing on the buttons. Right, I am back and now I'm going to stitch the buttons on. So there's 2 sizes of buttons on this coat, so I was just trying to figure that out. So it's the larger buttons are along the front and the smaller buttons are on the cuffs and to hold the belt in place. So I'm going to start with the one up here. I'm just going to undo these buttons first so I can get in here where I need to stitch a little bit easier. So these ones, and the backs of them all have the clear little buttons. So the clear little button for this top one that came off is still in place. So I'm just gonna, my little precision scissors here, I'm just gonna snip these threads. And I'm just gonna snip this too. I'm just gonna try to get this clear button off as well, just because I don't know where how the button came off. Just loose thread. Okay, so I'm going to use this brand new thread. It's not white, it's an off-white, but I think it's a little bit thicker and it'd be stronger than my white thread. The white thread I have is this little container from the dollar store, so it's $1.75 for this little mini sewing kit. I'm not sure where I bought this thread from. I think I may have bought this thread from Walmart. No, it's about $3 to $5 a roll for some of their basic threads at Walmart. So it's not white, it's a little bit off-white, but find where the thread starts. I just think it might be it's a little thicker than the other thread. If I can get this to start. I've already dropped the thread I cut. Threading needles is not something I'm really good at. And I know there's lots of ways of making the knot, but I just find it easier just to find the end, and I just put it this way. I know there's people who can actually make the knot by just rolling it in their fingers. I cannot. I actually have to do it this way, and I got to do a couple times because my knots are not lining up. Just going to cut some of this extra tail bit off. I'm going to stitch this clear button on a few times before I do the big one. Just want to make sure I get this secured. To myself a few times already, just trying to get this little clear button on. Okay, now I'm gonna sew this one on, and it just has the one hole. Makes it really easy, but I just gotta make sure that I've got it lined up right. Through the one hole, and just this would be the part that I have trouble with, is trying to get it through the hole of both the buttons. Now I'm having trouble getting this . Okay, so I'm just going to continue to stitch this button on. It's going to take a few minutes now that I have to go through. Oops. All these I'm not a very good sewer. I'm just learning, but trying to sew buttons on coats and things is a little bit different for me. So I'm just gonna continue sewing this on the same way I'm doing it now until I got all this thread used up and the button is tight and secure. Like I said, I don't know how many minutes that's gonna take me, so I will be back probably in about 5-8 minutes. So I've got my button stitched up, so now I'm going to do my final knot. So I'm just pulling the thread, leaving a little loop, and then pulling it through to knot. And I'm going to do it again. I'm making my knot just underneath this button, so it'll be kind of hidden away. That, and then I'm just going to cut, and then I'm going to take the 2 pieces of thread here, and I'm going to just tie these into another couple knots just so I know it's secure. And then just gonna snip this loose thread off, and I have this top button stitched back on. Now I have, what's this? Oh, see, this had a button in it. I'm gonna take this off. I didn't even realize that this was still on here. Okay. Now it's missing the button that holds the belt on. So find which one it is. Okay, it's this one here. Now these ones are stitched a little bit different, and it's going to be a little tricky to stitch this on just because these ones are not stitched through to the lining. I'm pretty sure these must have been stitched on before the lining was stitched. I'm just not quite sure. This is the one that's a little bit trickier for me to figure out how to stitch this one on. So I just gotta look at how these ones are stitched on here. So it goes through, just kind of stitched through that. Okay. And now having this sitting on my couch, it's now covered in pet hair. That's okay. Right now I'm just trying to get these buttons sewn back on. Like I said, I don't sew often, and I always have trouble threading my needles. My knots are not getting beside each other. Makes it kind of tricky. There. Cut this extra tail off. There we go. So I need it here. And I just want to make sure that I'm not stitching through to the liner. This is just gonna be a little bit tricky. Make a couple stitches here just so I make sure I'm not going through, and I'm not. So now I know right where I need to stitch. And like I said, this just has the one little hole. I'm just gonna make sure I get my buttons lined up correctly. And I'm not worried if it looks a little messy, it's going to be hidden. I'm just making sure I'm not stitching through the liner. I'm not. I'm stitching through the coat and the hole. Just making sure I'm not stitching through the liner. I have to just double check that every couple stitches. Doesn't feel like I am, but I just want to make sure that I'm not. For some reason I'm having trouble getting my needle to go through this. Just gonna wrap some of this extra thread around the button, and I'm gonna do a couple little ending stitches or little knots here. Clip that off, and I'm just gonna take my 2 pieces of loose thread and I'm just gonna tie a couple knots in here if I can. I'm just doing like those shoelace type knots. I don't know what they're called. I just find they're just easiest way for me to finish this, so I know it's knotted good. Trim off the extra little bit of thread and do up the button. And I'm just going to grab the belt. Oh, it's right beside me. just gonna try on my jacket and just make sure that the buttons are secure. The buttons seem fine, so I'm going to tie this belt. I don't quite have it tied quite right. I'm not facing a mirror. But other than it not being, like, don't have it even, if you notice, that's, that's okay. I was just testing it. The button here at the back seems pretty tight. The button at the top is tight the way it's supposed to be. So there is my coat. I guess I can start wearing this. Obviously not with the shirt I'm wearing. The t-shirt I'm wearing just all bunched up under my armpits. So it's a little tight. But I can just say, if I was wearing a regular blouse that had, longer sleeves, that would be better. But my coat buttons are all reattached. If I can get this one undone, because I never do up the very top button. Sometimes I don't even do up the second top button, depending on what I'm wearing. I'm just gonna do this there. That feels better. That's usually how I have the coat. It depends. It's not like it's a heavy winter weight. It's more like a fall, spring little jacket. So now I can start wearing this one again. So I think I've got my laundry done. Oh, no, my other jacket is upstairs. I was putting my laundry away, so I'm just gonna go put this one away, and I'll show you the Puma jacket of how clean it is. So here's that Puma jacket, and you can see the paw print of my dog has come off, and even the cuffs. I'm wearing it so I can see how much cleaner the cuffs look. I mean, I did scrub it a little bit more after I shown on camera before, but right there still got a little bit. But like I said, that's just the inside wrist part of the cuffs. That's always one of the dirtiest spots on the cuffs. Hard to keep that area clean. I'll just get some more of my stain gel and work on that, and it should come off, because I think that again just happened with all the rest of this, because I hardly wear this jacket. I'm starting to wear it again this week just because now we've hit the summer temperatures. So that is this jacket, and that is the white jacket that I got cleaned all up here, and the whole front of the coat is all clean. All the buttons are on. Even the inside part here, I didn't really show that, but I did, spray that with the bit of that cleaner too. And so the inside parts here are clean, and all the buttons that hold the belt on, I guess it was this middle one, it's now stitched on. And then I've got my white shorts, they are clean, and then I got all my pants, and up here you probably be able to see how much cleaner and whiter and brighter they all are. And these pants here I recently got. I love them with the little zipper down at the bottom. Like I said, some of these, it was mostly just the knees just seemed to get dirty, because if you kneel on anything, I think these ones had some stains on the back and they came off as well. I said these ones here are also one of my favorite pairs of jeans, and they are clean. I was going to wear these a little while ago, and I noticed that down by the ankles and up by the knees was dirty on them. And now they are clean. Oh, see, there is still that stain. I didn't see it downstairs. I see it up here. Right up in here. I'll have to scrub that a little bit more, but I will say hardly notice it. Like I said, white's hard to keep clean anyways, so see, these ones I wore and the knees still have little spots on the knees. And I was wearing these and I took my dog for a walk and I knelt down to fix her collar while I was walking her. So wet mud grass stuff. So these knees will definitely need a little bit more scrubbing. And then the final ones, this one's here. They all just look so much whiter and brighter. And I think these ones were, okay, these ones had a little stain on the leg I could never get off. But again, I got them secondhand for just a couple dollars. So it's not like it's, you know, really important that they're perfectly spotless. You know, wear them once, you're gonna get a stain. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pairs of white jeans, 1 pair of pants, 1 pair of jean shorts, and 2 coats that I have washed and mended today. I also did another load of just some regular laundry. So I'm going to end my video here. Again, I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who subscribes to my channels and watches my videos, and I'll see you in the next ones. Bye.